Welcome everybody to our IWC Radio reaction show to WWE Backlash from France last week. I'm Smoot along with Beans, Shucks, and Will. Everybody's here. How are you guys doing?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hey.
I like that.
Hey.
That's a little twist there. Been a long time, Beans. Where you been?
I know. Where have I been?
Where have you been?
That's what I asked.
Where have I been?
Where's Beans been? Where's Beans been?
What's been bothering Beans?
These are all great segment ideas. We should
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a Twitter segment. I'm sure if you did a hashtag what bothers Beans, there is a list of very English-sounding complaints about the world.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
Oh, yeah, I'll look at this as well. I can't remember. I remember doing it a few times for a giggle.
What?
There's probably like 2 tweets.
It looks like you've got Gordon's gin, an empty Gordon's gin wrapper in the
don't want
fridge.
Gordon's gin. Christmas,
and a Christmas tree in late September.
a busker that sounds like he was being interrogated by Jack Bauer.
Guy's having a conversation on his iPhone in public on speaker and has his hands down the front of his pants.
These are all valid complaints.
Yeah, is that valid?
That would bother
Thing
me
is,
too.
I don't even remember half of them.
You don't remember the guy with his hands down his pants? What the hell?
I probably tried my hardest to forget.
Fair enough.
If you were to see that today, would it bother you?
What? Someone with the hands down the pants?
Yeah.
While talking on his phone in public on speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's legit then.
And to be honest, not for the hands down the pants, just for having your goddamn conversation on speakerphone. Just
That is
fucking...
enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
The woman that just swore at her infant in public while smoking a cigarette and holding a can of cider, in capitals, sort yourself out.
I remember that for some weird reason. That was on my lunch break, walking around the wonders of Oldham Town Centre.
Do you ever
On the
read
same-
through your old like tweets or Facebook posts or something
I have done a few
and
times.
like
yeah.
end up agreeing with everything you were saying? Like, oh, this guy's actually kind of funny.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
On the same day as you saw the woman with a cigarette, a can of cider, who swore at a kid, you also said, people who feel the need to rock back and forth on the accelerator of traffic lights, again in capitals, use your effing handbrake.
I stand by this.
Yeah, I agree. I was taught if you're stopped for long enough to put the handbrake on, put the handbrake on.
But do you know why we put the handbrake on?
In case you get smashed from behind, so to speak.
There you go. So you don't end
So
up
you
veering
don't
into
end
other
up-
traffic.
Yeah.
Well done, Chucks.
Thanks.
You passed
did
my
pass.
driving test.
I passed my driving test on the fourth time, so I know what I'm doing.
Fourth?
I took 3 very close together when
Well, I
I
hope
was
so. If you passed on your
17,
fourth.
and I wasn't ready. What was that?
I was going to say, I would have hoped so that you took 3 if you passed on your fourth. Oh, sorry, go on. I didn't hear the rest of it.
I started learning fairly early on. I would have been 17 or 18 with BSM, major driving school over here. And my guy must have rushed me into my test. I don't know if he was getting paid for it or what, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't good enough to pass them. They were all stupid failures, especially the first one. I think I was screwed, but I shouldn't have had a license after that, however long it was, 6 weeks of learning or something stupid. Then I took a big break and passed on my first time the second time around. It's just as well if I had passed early on. I would.
You said you had 4 tests. What do you mean you passed on your second time?
Well, so the first 3 were all kind of in a clump.
Oh, right. right.
Before I was good enough to pass, this guy was like, "Oh yeah, I'll schedule you for a test." So I did the
It's
first
normally
one.
the other way around. They normally try and milk you for lessons.
I don't know if he thought maybe. Do they get? They don't get like a kickback for. No, I don't know. I don't know why he was doing it. But the first one I failed on doing a turn. It was a right turn into a junction, and I stalled. So I did everything. I think I did everything right. I put the handbrake on, looked around, did everything safe, and went on. And he said that was a fail. I was always told that that's not. You don't fail for stalling as long as you then do everything safely and carry on. But he said that was bad enough. So I think I was screwed there. But also, if I had passed, I definitely would have crashed at some point in the very near future.
I was a liability.
Yeah, I should have passed, but I definitely shouldn't have passed. And then
maybe it was a very good instructor that had that foresight of knowing that if I give this person a license, someone else is going to regret it down the line.
It may have been, he's technically done everything right, but I can't. I just can't. I've got to find something. And then the other two, I was doing a parking maneuver and I scraped the curb, which is annoying because they say that's a fail because you're not in control of the car, but I knew I was going to do it, so I think I was in control of the car.
If you were in control of the car, why did you do it?
Because I wanted to know where the curb was. I thought if I tap the curb, I can then straighten up and I'll be in the best position.
Oh dear.
That's how I park now.
You're fucking real.
You go back, so
I wanted to know where the curb was, so I hit it.
Well, I knew it was there. I knew it was coming up.
I gotta tell you, this sounds crazy. As somebody that doesn't drive, that sounds crazy. I have to.
I was going -2 miles an hour. It was not a high-speed crash. I was like backing in, and I'm like judging where I should straighten up. So you tap the curb a little bit, you straighten the wheels, and you're done.
I think you may have failed more for the fact that you're just not listening to what you're supposed to do.
What you're supposed to do is guess. You're supposed to have good judgment on these kind of things.
No, you're supposed to use your mirrors and look at where your car is.
Yeah, but I mean that's most of it. That's still where the parking space is. But when you're actually going in, you judge it based on like the car in front and the car behind. But I tell you, if you back in and you touch that back wheel on the curb, and then you straighten up, you will be in a perfect parking position every time. Not a foot out, not at an angle or whatever. Just go in, doop, and then you straighten up.
Starting to wonder now whether you should have passed on the 4th attempt.
Actually, I think my 4th one. So I took a break of a few years. 3 of them went. I just went, oh fuck this! I'm not doing driving anymore.
Went into retirement.
Then I went into retirement before I'd even started. And then a few years later, I really needed to get to work and places. I was sick of being taken to like family weddings and stuff, and then not being able to leave. So like, I really need to be able to drive.
It's not the other way around. People like to want to have a drink, so they need someone like you.
But then I've got to be at a wedding.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was an adult until I had the chance to leave things whenever I wanted to. Yeah, it really helped.
I don't drink at all really. I run the odd lager once in a blue moon.
You're the designated driver.
But everyone always says to me, "It'd be great if you drove. You could drive everyone home." But I don't drive. I've never have one. I've never had a license.
Oh, what a waste of a teetotal.
Exactly. Everyone said that to me. You'd be a great mate. Drive everyone home.
Do you not respond with, "I'm also great company"?
Well, yeah.
You're no fun and you're no use. Why do we hang out with this guy?
What boxes do you exactly tick?
What is the point of you?
Oh dear.
Anyway.
Just to very quickly follow up for you, Chucks.
Yeah.
If it helps, I passed first time.
It doesn't help.
No.
It actually makes me feel much worse. How old were you?
Was convinced.
Was this when you were 17? You just went straight in, nailed it first time?
I was I would have been 22.
Okay. I think I passed at 24, something like that.
3. But I did a maneuver that I instantly thought I'd failed, so I kind of relaxed for the rest of the lesson and then passed. And mine was, I got lodged against the curb.
How'd you manage that?
Yeah. Because I, in the wonders of, I know exactly where I am, managed to park so perfectly aligned to the curb that I was completely in line with it, with nowhere to go. So I stopped and I'm like, I'm fucking touching this curb. So I was like, I'm not, like, I've already failed this. If he can tell that I've touched the curb, I'm done. And so I had to reverse, and I couldn't turn the wheel without touching the curb.
Yeah.
So, like you said, I kind of like just did all the, checks of everything, and I had to slightly mount the curb. And
that's an instant fail, surely.
That's what I thought. That was it straight away. As soon as I did it, I thought, well, this is a waste of time, because it was basically the first bloody maneuver I'd done. So it's like, I've completely flopped this. So now we're doing it, and like carried on. Lesson went fine. Got back, and he said, whilst in most cases it will be a certain fail, you followed every correct procedure to get yourself out of a situation that you shouldn't be in. So you passed me.
Yeah.
Like putting the car
I
on
guess that's kind of a little bit generous.
And I also, as well, the instructor beforehand gave me the fucking frighteners, because he told me that it was someone that had been there for like 30 years as a lead instructor, like testing. And he was an old guy. So that again was like that thing of, as soon as I'd done it, I thought, well, he's not going to fucking pass me, is he? But I don't know if I just caught him on a bad day at work and he just thought, I can't be arsed, pass him.
Or a good one. Sounds like
or a good one. Yeah, I don't know.
It's similar on the one that I eventually passed.
You mounted another curb?
No. If I had, I would have failed. But just everything went wrong in this. It felt, every bit of it felt like, well, that's a fail, that's a fail, that's a fail. I had to reverse around a corner and took way too long with it. Like, everyone who came the other way, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should stop, because that's a hazard. It took most of my lesson reversing around this corner, but I guess I did it all right, so it's okay. There was a bit where he said, at the traffic lights, take a left turn, and I got into the right lane, thinking that all of the other cars in the left lane were parked. So I thought, well, I'll just go around these, and then I was in the wrong lane.
Oh, he went, God.
Oh, boy.
I said turn left.
What, do you want me to do it now? This will cause an accident.
So, at that point, that's how, like yours is, well, this is done then, isn't it? What could get worse than this? But I stuck my indicator on, and then a bike waved me in. So, like he said, at the end, he said, congratulations, you've passed. And I went, what, really? I thought that went really badly. And he went, well, yeah.
He went, yeah?
Yeah.
Kind of. He was like, yeah, it went great. I said, what about that thing with the traffic light in the road? He went, well, you got out of it. Yeah, you made a mistake, but you corrected it the right way. Everything
by putting your indicator on and hoping someone had let you in?
Basically, yeah.
That's not the right way.
I take that turn and go the wrong way.
The right way is accept you made a mistake, carry on to the next junction, and find a new route to where the fuck you're going.
Well, if I was driving now, that's what I would do. But when the driving instructor is taking you on a route, I can't just go, no, I'll take the scenic route. I'll go this way. Which, actually, that was another thing that went wrong. I was going down
God. I'm not sure you should be driving.
No.
This one wasn't my fault. This was me showing good judgment. It was a fairly narrow residential road, and I think maybe we'd done a park or something, some kind of maneuver. And as I pulled out, there was a bin lorry in front of us, just completely blocking the road. And so I was sat there for a minute, and then I said, "Do you want me to like reverse back and we can go up that side road?" And he just said, "No."
No.
Like, that's a no.
Straight up no.
I can't believe you even made the suggestion.
Well, I thought it was a good suggestion. I thought but I mean, this is just taking up all of my time here. I don't know how long these guys are going to be. I've got maybe 40 minutes of this test. I've already wasted loads doing the reverse around a corner. Let's get on with it.
Can I just double check? This is the one you passed on, yeah?
This is the one I passed on. So at the end, as like he said, "Congratulations, you passed." I said, "How about that bin thing, those guys? Was it wrong for me to suggest going the other way?" And he said, "Well, no, actually, like we can't do that because I've got a route that I've got to take. But that shows your thinking. That shows, this is the kind of thing that can happen when you're driving, and that shows that you're,
Was your driving instructor drunk when he did this test?
Possibly." So that's legit.
It showed that you were thinking.
Well, it shows that you're thinking like a driver. You're thinking of like backup plans and stuff, which is what you need. You don't want to be in a taxi and a guy runs into a dead end and goes, "Well, shit, I've got, I don't know what to do now."
He's a test driver and he can't accommodate for one of his routes having to take a slight detour.
It must be a rule that you just can't do that.
I've heard that you've got to stick to a route.
Yeah.
So what did you do? Just literally sit there and wait for this bin to move?
Waited for the bin? Yeah. Let's wait for him. They didn't take that long in the end, but it was one of those things.
Bean sounds genuinely offended by this.
One of the bin drivers saw in the mirror a driving instructor going fucking mental.
He wasn't going mental. I wish he was going mental. He sat there completely stoic, like just not giving me anything.
Oh God.
So that's when I asked, like, should I there's a side road here, do you want me to go down that way? And he just said no. I would have preferred him to go, "No, what the fuck are you thinking?" Of course not. Because then okay, I've messed up. Cool, got it. But he didn't. He said no. So now
we're going to continue to sit here in awkward silence while you rethink about that reverse that you did for 40 minutes earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. And then the bloody traffic light going the wrong way. So the worst test I did was the one that I passed on, and the 3 that I did pretty much perfectly, except for the major fails, like scraping a curb. Were the ones that I failed on.
Don't you mean your perfect parking maneuver?
It's what I use now. It's never failed me. When you park now, do you occasionally like hop up onto the curb a little bit, front wheel just up, and then like?
No, I don't like doing that because I've had too many fucking suspension springs that need to be replaced because of the shitty goddamn speed bumps.
Oh, speed bumps. Yeah, most of the curbs here are low enough that you can just like, and then you're in,
So you mount a curb and do a major fail on your driving test every fucking day you park your car.
Yes.
So you haven't learned anything.
No, I've learned how. If I had to take the test again, I think I would do fine. But I'm not trying to pass a test every day. I'm trying to get into a parking space. Look, when you do the test, the parking space that they give you is like 2 car lengths long. Anyone can get in there. It's easy. When you're around here and you've got 6 inches either side of your car to try and squeeze in, you've got to use what you got. A little bit of touch parking, they call it in Italy, apparently. Only they touch the car behind.
I was just going to say, I think that works slightly differently, but I get your gist. How the hell did we end up talking for about 15 minutes about car parks?
I have no idea. I was trying to get you guys to go along with it. Beans was like, "No, hold on."
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
There was far too many questions that needed to be answered, though. In that, to be fair,
well, that concludes the driving special of the show.
So no longer on the road to WrestleMania.
On the road to a parking test.
We're on the off ramp to Backlash.
Should we get to the prediction game?
Probably should, yeah.
Alrighty.
All right.
Let me get the music going here. Hold on.
Have you not got I meant to ask you this last week. Have you not got a French themed music?
No,
Not
not
the low music.
not.
Can we get this done with like an accordion? That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Do that. I would love like an AI like function to like cover songs with different instruments.
AI music generator. There is one, isn't there?
Kind
Have you
of.
seen? Oh, we'll have to cover it at some point. It's one of our rivals, I suppose. But there's a podcast called oh god, what's it called? Is it Cultaholic? Is that a thing? They do their podcast, and they're doing AI generated themes.
Ooh.
And there's a great one for AJ Styles. We'll have to try and play it at some point because it's absolutely hilarious.
Gotcha.
I'll try and dig it out for you. It really is funny. Sorry, slightly digressed there.
That's alright. Last week was Backlash France. Here is the predictions. Beans did get these in on time, for the record.
Did I?
Did you know? I don't want to break any news here, but I just want to say, did you know that this event was in Lyon, France? So I'm not sure they made a clear enough point of that. I think they could have made that.
I was going to ask if they kind of like. It was like
Well, you
the
say
way that
that,
they
but in the press
bigged up.
conference afterwards, Triple H was really bigging up Paris.
Yeah, the way that they bigged up Saudi Arabia back in the day or whatever.
No, I'm
The beautiful
failing,
city of
obviously.
Lyon, France.
I'm failing at being sarcastic because that's just Leon mentioned, and it was in the corner of the screen throughout the whole show.
Really?
Yeah.
God.
So, I mean, admittedly, as it was a good show and the fans were amazing, I didn't need to be reminded where they were every 5 minutes. But there you go.
You say that,
This
and
is
we
the
have
new-
it up in the
the new
upper right,
WWE.
by the way, on the prediction sheet here. Just like to point that out.
Well, I was going to say, I started it. I started putting the location graphics about 3 or 4 months ago, and they've started doing it now.
Yeah.
Anyway. So what was the first match? I can't remember. I've been a week since then.
The first match was the Bloodline
That's
beating
right,
Team RKO. In a street fight. I must admit, I haven't seen the show yet.
What?
So, yeah. But I don't think
Hold
I've
on.
seen Dynasty yet. I've
Hold
not
on.
seen AEW Dynasty.
Hold on, Beans, have you seen
Really
it?
far behind.
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh. Maybe you should take lead then on this. On
I
this
was
Yeah,
just
one.
going to say, am I the only person that's watched this damn show?
No, I watched it. I didn't watch it live, but I've watched it since.
Well, you're going to have to give us some a bit of a recap about this
Lord.
street fight then.
Okay then.
I haven't watched any wrestling apart from the Raw after Mania and Backlash, and I'm the only one that's fucking ended up watching the main bit.
Well, basically, the crowd were unbelievable. Probably the loudest crowd, even louder than the UK shows. I think they were.
Yeah, but to be honest, now we're in trouble because what was it Triple H said in the press conference? He went, Tony Khan messaged me.
Tony Khan messaged him. Nick Khan.
Nick Khan messaged him midway through and just put stadium ? I'm like, great, now they're getting Armenia.
No.
So yeah, they were just there wasn't a quiet bit during the night, was there? It was just literally from start to finish. They just noise.
Yeah. It wasn't.
And you could even tell the likes of Cole and was it Corey Graves wasn't it? They were even. I mean, you know, obviously they've, especially Cole. Imagine the things he's seen over the years. Even they were took back by the way they reacting to everything. And, yeah.
Mention Cole, did you see the reaction he had for like one of the matches? Yeah, he's like jumping around. Yeah.
Yeah.
One that made me laugh. I don't know if you
I'll see if I can try to pull it up here for you.
Cole said something, and he said something wrong. I don't know if he called someone the wrong name or something. And then Cole then said to Corey and said, "I just said something wrong. Then I'm surprised you didn't pick me up on that straight away." You went, "You're joking, aren't you?" You went, "I can only hear every third word you're saying in here." You could hear Cole chuckling away to it. It was.
Well, there was a good bit right at the start of this. It was Orton and Owens, wasn't it, in the team. Owens he did his own entrance and just stood there for a good 5 minutes, just taking it all in. Just stood in the aisleway, just taking all of the reaction in.
Can't show it on the stream, but here it is, right here.
Yeah, that was it.
It's like his favorite sports team one.
Yeah. Look at Stingy's reaction as well, Samantha.
Well, yeah, he has to look off to the side because of the announce table got all messed up or whatever.
I think Orton on the table, isn't it?
Monitor.
Yeah. They usually have one underneath the bell table or something like that for that purpose.
But yeah, there was a good bit where first time I don't think anyone has ever done this before. Any crowd I've seen before anyway. When Orton came out, they were singing the song word for word.
Really?
I know they've done that for other people in the past, but first time I've seen them done it for Orton.
I can't believe you guys haven't seen this.
Yeah.
I was sleeping. I'm
not saying it in disgust. I'm just thinking because, like you said, the crowd reactions alone are worth to watch.
Well, like I said, the actual show. You look at the card. Everyone thought it was going to be a bit of a mess show. This.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was brilliant, top to bottom. It was really good.
Yeah, it was definitely one of them where there was nothing wrong with the card and stuff.
It
was a beat pay-per-view, but it was a very solid show as you'd expect it to be. But yeah, the crowd made it something else. It was
There's a clip. I think I've just put it up in our chat there. Was it that one? I know we can't do it again. We can't show it, but there's a clip of later on in the night when it was. We'll get to it in a minute. When it was the title match. It was AJ and Cody, and the crowd were just jumping up and down, bouncing so much so that the main hard camera was shaking.
Really?
Yeah,
you see it in the footage now. And
you could kind of see AJ's his face was like that. Like, I'm obviously the heel in this, but this is insane.
Oh wow! Yeah.
I'm supposed to be really pissed off with these people, but this is fucking awesome.
I think he said afterwards, didn't he? His tweet the next day, he said, I wasn't sure if I could say anything, I was supposed to be a bad guy. But,
did you hear the song that they were singing?
It's something phenomenal. He tweeted that as well.
It's a song about phenomenal, and they just ended up singing it all the time for him.
That's right.
And it was just mental.
Bring his Twitter up if you can. AJ's.
Did you see? Did you hear the ones that they were singing all night, where people like?
I got the one every time there was a 2 count, they were singing something, weren't they?
Yeah.
And that was apparently that's something that the French announcers say all the time. And they were. Yeah, there's a lot of people doing that about the Apple Watches. Yeah, you know.
Did you see the the press conference afterwards?
It's crazy.
I've seen bits of it, but
because Triple H he said I weren't sure what they were singing, but there was something being sung all night, and it was mental. It always seemed to be around pins, when it was up kicked out, and then the guy who was obviously French, who was helping with the conference, said, "Oh yeah, they were singing," and he's like, "What was it?" And he was like, "Oh, they're singing it's just 2," and he's like, "Oh wow, I thought we were going to be cooler than that."
Well, a few people said it. Apparently, that's what the announcers have always said for years. Apparently, they've been the French announce team for a long time. They've been there for years. So everyone said it was kind of good to get, especially when they got to do the introduction, didn't they, for the attendance?
Yeah.
And they said it was finally got the moments in our big show. Yeah, it was really good overall, the crowd. That's it there. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that was nice of them to tweet that out there.
But they were singing everything. So they were singing Orton's theme. They were singing Cody's theme, word for word. At one point when they stopped playing,
they were singing the Orton theme on SmackDown.
Yeah,
too.
Wasn't quite as good, but yeah, they were doing it a little bit. I would be kind of cool to see if that did come more of a thing. There was a good bit when they stopped playing the actual song of Cody, and the crowd just carried it on.
Yeah.
For a little while, that was quite good. But yeah,
I loved as well in the press conference when afterwards you could still hear the crowd going mental in the background.
Yeah.
Like they were obviously still in the arena, like just singing songs and stuff. It were mental. It was like, Jesus Christ, the show finished now like half an hour ago, and it's still like, still bouncing.
So yeah, it was overall probably one of the best crowds I've seen for a long time. They've got to do another show there, surely.
Yeah,
oh, God. So. Well, it's like it said, they're looking at everything now. Because Triple H basically said, like, you know, if you want a show like this to come where you are, you need to mention a crowd like this.
Yeah, he mentioned what's his name, didn't he? Because during the week, we didn't mention it last week, but during the week, the London mayor, what's his name, Sadiq Khan. Yeah. Khan's a popular name, isn't it?
Another Khan.
He said something about if he got elected again, because it was the local elections last week, wasn't it, over here?
Yeah, he got elected as mayor.
If he got elected again, he'd do everything he could to bring WrestleMania to London.
He did mention it in the conference as well.
That's what I mean. So Triple H
said,
is that
what you're saying? Sorry, I thought you meant
Triple H replied to him and said, "Let's talk." And then during that press conference, I think the news had just come through because the election results were quite late, weren't they, on the Saturday?
Yeah.
And he said, "We've just heard news that I think he said our friend in London just been re-elected." So he said, I said before, we need to talk. So. Yeah, I can't see it happening myself, but at least they're talking about it, at least.
Could definitely see them doing another SummerSlam, like making
like that. I could see them doing another, like a big show, like a pay-per-view or something, easily. So this match then, what was it? It was Orton and Owens versus the New Bloodline, Solo and Tama Tonga.
Yeah, and the debut of Tangaloa.
Yes.
The Bloodline still debuting new members at the pay-per-views, even after Roman's gone.
So there was a bit of a development on that on SmackDown. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, Heyman still doesn't seem to know what the hell's going on.
No.
Apparently he hasn't talked to Roman since Mania. And yet Solo is bringing all kinds of new people in. Apparently the next one's going to be the other Uso. Is it
Jacob Fatu, yeah. I wonder if Hikuleo's going to be there.
So, it could be interesting. One thing else I've seen, nothing to do with this show, but just talking about WWE overall in Europe. I've seen a rumour the last couple of days that there's some talk they may be looking at bringing back the European Championship.
I mean, after the crowd response in France, how do you not?
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I think we deserve a European champion, don't we?
I wouldn't mind
we
it.
Need another champion though. There's a lot of champions.
There is, but well, yeah. Oh, I think it'd be kind of cool.
Do we need both a United States champion and a North American champion?
Why not?
A continental and a European.
Right, but I mean,
Yeah.
we've got a US and a North American. Could we just rename the North American the European? Have a European win it and rename it, and then we're done.
That's NXT though, isn't it?
Yeah, he can get called
So-
up at some point, but yeah.
There's also this. What's this bloody speed championship?
It's
That's for
social
people
media
on speed.
Yeah, but that's what I saw him advertise it on the pay-per-view, and it was like 3-minute matches or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it these days. It's kind of a cool little concept, I think. You have 3-minute matches. There was a tournament, and Ricochet won it, I believe.
So,
I believe the second season, if you like, is starting this week.
so is it a rule that it's like a 3-minute time limit, or do all of the matches just so happen to finish within 3 minutes?
No, there's
Total
a clock
coincidence.
on the screen, 3 minutes.
Yeah. And then if there's no winner, it's a draw and the
Yeah.
champion
yeah.
retains, I guess.
I believe the original, because they kind of did this a couple of months back. It was like dark matches. And I believe the original idea was going to be 5-minute matches, and you got points depending on you win or draw, that kind of thing.
But they
and it's
didn't
like,
have
like
the
a league table
attention
type
span
thing.
for it.
Have
Probably
they got a
not.
belt for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got a
looks
belt.
like
Strangely enough, he won it last week, but didn't have it on SmackDown, so I don't know whether they're going to just be using it as a X only type thing.
Is that actually the belt?
Oh my god,
It is, yeah.
gaudy.
I kind of don't hate it. I gotta be honest.
What?
It's
Looks
got like
a
a
car
little,
dashboard.
yeah. It's got like a speedometer at the top there. I kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. I kind of don't hate it. We did an entire episode on belts, I believe. Not too long ago, a
Yeah,
couple
well,
weeks
funny.
ago.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Ugh.
Sorry,
Oh,
Beans.
It's okay.
I seen something on Twitter the other day which made me laugh. There we go, I think I've got it.
I'm gonna have to do this to make myself feel better.
Hey.
Sounded quite powerful, that was it?
I hurt my finger there.
What is it?
It is
The secret?
Tropical Blast Zero Sugar.
Tropical Blast.
Yes. From a brand called Vive. I don't know.
Viv,
Viv,
Viv.
Viv.
You made this up.
No, it's
Vive.
call
It's
it?
Aldi.
Aldi, yeah.
You've made this up, haven't you?
No, honestly, it's Lilt basically.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, I know the one, yeah, but it's quite nice, actually.
I tell you what, the same brand, Vive, whatever.
It's 5.
Um,
God damn it.
what is it?
Vive. It's got an E on it.
5, yeah.
Vive, like live, or 5, or jive, or any other word that looks like that.
Okay. Vive, they do a Zero Max drink thing that's clearly a rip-off of Pepsi Max that's just identical if you taste it.
Yeah.
It's like £1.40 for like 6 cans. And it tastes
Vive
exactly the same as the others. It's just
Is it Aldi or Lidl? Is it what? Is it kind of
Aldi.
what it is? Is it Aldi? There's one near me, and I the other week I ran out of something to drink in the house. And like I say, I don't drink alcohol, so I ran in to get something, just anything, and I saw there was a bottle of that. It was a 2-litre bottle was 65p. You can't go wrong with that. And it's actually quite nice as well. It really was. It wasn't you cheap crap. Pop.
yeah, that's all it. Yeah, it was literally something. There's another one that they do. That's a. It's not Lil ripoff. It's
Fanta.
Well, no, that's another one I've got to tell you about.
Even the graphic on like the logo, whatever is. Oh no, that's the wrong.
It's the same one.
Copy image link. There you go.
Yes.
Looks just like.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, it looks like Fanta. Yeah.
The lemon zero sugar. They do one that's a tropical fruits one. Of that, and it's a red one instead of yellow like that, but exactly the same. And it's absolutely lovely. Really is.
Oh.
Look at that rip-off logo though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's yeah.
Oh yeah, the rip-off logo.
Taking it back to wrestling, sorry, just for a minute. I saw this on Twitter during the week. Made me laugh.
Fanta.
Speed,
I
weed,
got
and
aged.
bleed. Fair enough. Oops, sorry.
Charlie Beans, what are you saying?
I was just trying to find the can, 'cause I couldn't remember what it was. I got a Fanta, but it's a strawberry and kiwi flavour.
I've seen that, I've not had it yet, I've seen it. Any good?
Yeah.
Is it?
I normally have strawberry and kiwi spring water, so I thought, see. But yeah, it's quite nice.
Strawberry and kiwi spring water?
What looks to be peach
Yeah, that's the
and
red one.
passion fruit.
That's one. That's lovely, that, if you get a chance to get that red one.
Just give it a go.
Like I say, £1.50, 6 cans, can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong, can you?
It's all zero sugar though. It tastes like sweet.
Do you know what though? Speaking of zero sugar, sorry, I know we're going off to on a tangent here, but the only zero sugar drink I liked, apart from Pepsi Max, I don't mind that. The other one was Fanta Zero Sugar. I thought it was actually quite nice. And I picked up a bottle.
The lemon Fanta, they somehow get away with it a little bit.
Well,
the lemon covers for it.
Picked up a bottle this week of the normal orange Zero. And I seen it was a slightly different design on the cover, on the label. So thought not of it. And I looked at it closely, and there's those scary words on the front, didn't it? New irresistible taste.
Oh no!
Oh
What have you done?
no.
They've done something to it. I don't know what it is, but it's horrible.
Just added a lot of water to it.
I don't know what was wrong with it in the first place. It was zero sugar, you know. Everyone was happy. Now you've ruined it.
What more needs to be done now you've taken all the sugar out?
Exactly.
What more tweaking could you possibly do?
I don't know what this done to it, but
Take what you have and you dilute it.
Ugh.
Anyway,
all right.
Moving on.
So the
Sorry,
bloodline
I
is
feel like I'm
growing
the one
again.
sending us off on tangents tonight.
you're a bit packing in.
It's alright. You won't be here next week. You'll be fine.
Oh!
Wow.
So Bloodline wins, and that's a point for me. Haha! You all thought Randy Orton and Kevin Owens would be the team to take down the Bloodline. Never.
Look, Solo's been
Kevin
losing
Owens.
a lot, so I was like, maybe he loses here.
I thought they were going to win just because Randy and Owens didn't win at Mania, did they? So I thought they might have just.
That's also
Just say
logical.
Randy Owens.
Oh, did we lose Beans?
Kevin Owens. What was next? We had a Bailey triple threat match for the women's championship. That's the WWE Women's Championship. Bailey retained over Naomi and Tiffany Stratton. I think that's points for everyone.
Yeah, she just
is,
won it
yeah.
at Mania. She's not going to lose it immediately.
Exactly. Too soon.
This was really good as well. Really good match.
They did the Bailey song as well.
Yeah, they did that. It's kind of cool because the last few times she's been over here, she's been a heel, so she can't really play along with it. But now she's a face, she could.
Mm.
But yeah,
I still don't get this new music and Egyptian stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Death Rebel as shit.
No, but she was going on about it on like the Mania conference thing, saying like a new music and it was something to do with the heritage or something like that, and it was like, what?
She Egyptian?
I don't know. I can't remember. To be honest, it was fucking 4 a.m. when I watched it, so I ain't got a clue what the hell. But yeah, I just seem to remember it was supposed to be some play on it, and I just remember when she came out because I was expecting, you know, like she's going to come out with the Bailey buddies and all that lot with it being Mania, and yeah, she got new entrance music, and it was just really generic and weird.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's most of the themes right now are shit though. So
This is true.
it's just get rid of Death Rebel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, that was it. Bailey retains. We all get a point. Was there anything interesting about the match? Anything happen in there?
No. Just sexy. It was a good showing from Tiffany. So.
Yeah, although she did keep pointing at her wrist for a watch, constantly saying Tiffy time, and it just got a little bit too much.
Because it was Tiffy time, Binge. Come on, get with it.
No.
Did you hear?
I know she's a heel and she's playing on it, and that's the thing, yeah. But to do it about 15 times in an 8-minute match was like, come on, stop fucking doing it now.
There was a great bit from Raw the week before Backlash. I meant to mention it last week. So they're talking about the Backlash card and Tiffany and all that, and Pat McAfee goes to Cole, "What time's SmackDown on?" And obviously, Cole thought he was supposed to say, "Oh, it's Tiffy time." No, that's the line. So Cole says, "Is it Tiffy time?" And McAfee goes, "No, it's 7 o'clock, you perv." It was just totally out now. Great.
But yeah, she had a really good showing in the match.
She did.
And then they did the usual Naomi and Bailey like hugged afterwards, like good match kind of thing.
You know who trained Tiffany Stratton?
Go on.
Same man who trained Von Wagner, Top Flight, Dante and Darius Martin, Julia Hart, all trained by, or at least in part, by Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Anderson.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I've seen a few people say
apparently trained Cable Stevenson. So,
you know. He was actually released this week.
He was released this week.
He was.
Good.
Cable Stevenson experiment is over.
Good.
That really was bizarre, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I think they signed him thinking he was going to be, you know, the big Olympic guy, and then they realised he was terrible.
Well, he's an incredible wrestler with no
probably
charisma
athlete,
at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, it was never going to work.
Thing is, though, I mean, he never even got to the roster, did he?
It's because he couldn't do the important part. He had no personality.
Yeah.
Didn't he get drafted on one of the drafts?
Yeah.
And then you never seen him.
He must have been really bad for not to even get the opportunity to go in front of a crowd.
He was. There was just nothing there.
He was definitely a Vince idea. Vince probably saw him and thought, we'll have him.
If you can get someone with that kind of credential, then you do hope that you've got the next Kurt Angle, but you don't. Well, you do, but it's the other Gable. It's Chad Gable.
Yeah.
They don't seem to see that. So not Tiffy time. Not this time, anyway.
She's got a new one now. She said afterwards that she's had a Tiffany epiphany.
Oh, God.
A Tiffany epiphany.
Yeah, I know.
Huh. I don't know if that one's going to work.
Well, has a ring to it.
It rhymes. Something, I guess. Jey Uso unsuccessful in his efforts to dethrone Damien Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship.
No shit.
You guys haven't seen this, have you? So you need to see this video. Probably one of the best entrances for a long time. As far as I can remember, anyway. It was something it'd be hard to replicate. Well, probably wouldn't be hard to do. I don't think we'll get anyone to actually do it.
Oh, they're doing the fireflies with the... Oh, that's cool.
It was insane.
It starts off pretty slow, and then it's about 20 seconds into the video you see the effect.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Then they all started doing it then.
Yeah, France is kind of yeah, they gotta go back there again, I feel, at some point.
I think when this was happening, Corey Graves said, "I've never seen it like this before." I said the walls are moving in.
It's crazy. I wouldn't have thought France would be that
a hotbed for
enthusiastic or creative, or just
yeah.
But I guess it shows it's always worth traveling and doing a show here and there and shake it up a little bit. Maybe a couple of things catch on from here, and then, well, I don't know if the Germans have got anything. That probably just.
I was just going to say, people in Berlin now are sitting there going, "We've got a lot to live up to."
No, they'll just sit and appreciate the wrestling, I think.
Politely like Japanese audiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you say, you wouldn't think WWE would sort of translate very well, would you? Because obviously there's the big language barrier. I mean, I know wrestling kind of works anywhere, but obviously WWE is predominantly in English, isn't it? So.
Well, they're singing all the songs, so obviously they.
Well, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah, it does translate somehow.
Yeah. I always enjoyed in New Japan when the heels would try to get over by making them like say, "Please stand for my national anthem." They used to do it with like Russian national anthem and stuff, and they just did. Like they stood up and respected this evil heel's national anthem.
Why wouldn't we respect it?
Like, oh yeah, sure, okay, yeah, no problem. So Damien Priest wins. That's points for everyone. Of course, Jey didn't win. Like Bailey, it's just too soon.
Do you think? Because apparently the rumor is now that the Jey is eventually going to end up back with Jimmy. But I think they should give.
And turned on each other. God knows how many times in Bloodline.
Well, this is it. But apparently this is how it's going to go, because you're going to get. It's eventually going to be the new Bloodline versus the OG Bloodline.
Yeah.
NWO Wolfpack versus the NWO Black and White.
Yeah.
So Jimmy's been kicked out, so he's going to go to Jey and go, "I'm a good guy now. Sorry about everything." And then Roman's going to come back and say, "I'm a good guy now as well," for some reason.
Yeah.
And how about we just pretend none of that happened?
There is actually talk of Sami Zayn getting involved as well again.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah. Should we just do a complete 180 of where we were a year ago?
Let's squeeze
I
that.
do kind of think that the Usos are maybe better off as a team than they would be in singles, but at least Jay's getting over pretty well.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what's going on here, even if Jimmy then, doesn't do whatever.
They haven't squeezed
like
enough blood out of that stone yet.
Jay does seem to be finally getting over. I think it might be a bit of a wrong move to just go back to where he was.
Especially with Sami Zayn in it as well.
Mm.
That was some really good stories and stuff. The chair to the back and the beatdowns and alliances and that. It just be a shame just to pretend none of that happened. All right. Oh, the women's tag titles. I think, did we all go for this too? No, Beans thought the Kabuki Warriors would retain. They did not. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, the baddie section, they are your new women's tag champions.
Yeah, decent enough match.
I thought this was the weakest.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was. In terms of everything else, it probably was the weakest one, yeah.
Gotta be honest, Jade Cargill needs a lot of work.
Wow! Beans is a hater. Beans is a hater.
Not wrong though.
There was just a lot of sloppy spots in this that she just didn't seem to. It's hard to put your finger on it, and I don't know if it's just a thing of, like, say, she needs a bit of time to. But it was just the transitions between things, and it was just awkward, and you could see that people was having to communicate with her, and it just blew the illusion a little bit at times, you know. It was.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But then at the end, when she did the finish, that was impressive, like the transition into the finisher and stuff like that. But just the very generic stuff seems to have, like, you know, she has the entrance down, she has the appearance and presence. Then when you get into the bones of the match, you're like, ooh. But then when you get to the finishing point, she looks impressive again. So I don't know, it is a bit of a mixed bag. But
well, she can do the high spot stuff.
Yeah.
Right. It's the.
Well, I don't remember watching the Rumble and thinking that she looked, you know, out of place in that. When she.
No, because it's the Rumble. She can do the high spot stuff. The Rumble is all entrance, and then, like, your finishers, and then you get thrown out, and it's, you know.
And people boo because
you have to do a whole lot. And they've put her with Bianca, who obviously can do everything. She's great.
Yeah.
And she's going to do the tag thing. She can tag in at the end and do a finish and whatever. And
with her hair.
Cover for it. It'll buy her some more time. So maybe that's the right thing to do. But I think you're right. She still needs a lot of work, even after all this time.
How many matches she had now in WWE? Not that many, is it?
This is 3, isn't it?
Rumble.
And that's one of those is the Rumble.
And Backlash.
Yeah.
That's what I mean when you think, like, I mean, obviously, like, house shows and stuff should be doing things, won't she? And that's where she's going to be really learning the craft of it, I suppose. But, yeah, when you think pay-per-view and TV stuff and trying to get everything right, you know, I suppose. But I've got to be honest, I don't know how long a run did she have in AEW? And how many matches did she have there?
A lot.
Well,
was she one of the longest champions for?
Yeah.
Oh, she had it for a long time, yeah, and she did build up kind of a streak, but they were all squashes. Her Pro Fight DB has 76 matches listed, and that includes some live shows. So
that's
the
bit that more worries. That's the bit that more worries me.
So she debuted at the Rumble, WrestleMania. She did a match on Raw with Chelsea. That's the one after Mania. And then tag on SmackDown, live. SmackDown again. It's 8-woman tag. Backlash, live show. And then she beat Piper. So yeah, not many. Still, I don't know, she's really good for as new as she is, but she is on TV now, and yeah. We'll see. Hopefully she'll get good quickly, because remember what happened to Chris Masters when he was called up too soon because he looked like that and he was crap. And then
Triple H
when he got good, it was too late.
Yeah.
Because everyone thought he was crap, even when he wasn't.
And then Triple H ragged on him for being on the gas, and then that was pretty much it.
Because he was, and then he was told to get off the gas, and then when he was off the gas, he shrunk down. Triple H made fun of him. And, well, that's not really fair, is it? He still looked really good. He was just skinnier. Still jacked. It's just, you know, what do you expect? So that was it. Points for everyone except for Baines. And then the main event. We're already at the main event. 5 matches in. AJ Styles, hell of an entrance. Cody Rhodes, 115 decibel entrance. Whoa. Half an hour later, Cody Rhodes is still your champion on the road to next year's WrestleMania and the final boss, probably. Points for everyone for Cody Rhodes. This must have been a good match, surely.
It was, yeah.
It was, yeah.
It was that good, and I tweeted about this during the week, but it was that good that your boy Dave gave it 5 stars.
Oh,
I'm not sure that's a good thing to be talking about your boy
exactly.
Dave after what you did this week.
I mean, the man's a clown, but you like this one.
Man's a clown.
I'm really worried about him.
are you worried about it?
Well, I only saw that tweet that you did, Will, earlier in the week, talking about Backlash, and
he basically said Backlash wasn't a success because it didn't get many pay-per-view buys.
No, because it didn't get any Google searches.
And that was the other one, yeah. Google searches and pay-per-view
What?
buys.
but he said that pay-per-view buys are a good sign of how popular a show is, and it was the lowest one, so he was concerned.
Yeah.
It's like, did you fucking watch that show?
No, okay. They're probably, it's just people looking for a stream more than likely. Rather than...
But he did
no
say...
one buys pay-per-view.
No one... Right, he said no one buys pay-per-views anymore because it's all on Peacock anyway.
Right.
So he did say that about his own tweet, but then still went on to say, but it's a good sign that there's interest. Well...
No, it isn't.
It's kind of outdated now. You don't buy pay-per-views anymore. WWE spent a long time calling you an idiot if you still bought pay-per-views.
Yeah.
You don't
$9.99.
Yeah, $9.99.
I have that song somewhere.
But honest to God, I swear, I saw it, read it, and I just thought, this guy was like the most respected wrestling journalist in the world, like, and he just sounds like he's having an episode.
I don't want to draw comparisons with him, and I've said it before, with him and Vince, because it's obviously two totally different situations, but there's just 2 dinosaurs of the business that just need to be gone. Got rid of one. He needs to go again. He needs to go and join Vince in
another extinction level event.
Vince was actually having an effect on the business, though. Dave can say what he wants. It's fine.
No, it's not, though, because people listen to him. People think he knows what he's talking about.
That's okay. People are allowed to listen to whoever they want, but when it's Vince and he's actually running the thing,
to make excuses for his boy.
People seem to credit Meltzer as some sort of wrestling oracle that knows what he's talking about, and he doesn't. He hasn't got a clue. He hasn't had a clue for years.
Not all that, Will. Go on.
Don't like them
behind you.
In fairness, he's probably a good guy, but in terms of his wrestling knowledge, I just don't think he's relevant anymore. He hasn't been for years.
I think that's kind of the opposite. His wrestling knowledge is incredible. He's an encyclopedia of wrestling knowledge, but his judgment about what's going on today. The modern world just doesn't seem to line up with whatever it is that he thinks it is. There was I think it was must have been a live stream with Kenny Omega, where he said, like, Dave gave me a 7-star match and I think it broke his brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Which sounds about right, because since someone else had looked up, all of his 5 stars, he'd done about 5 or 6 5-star matches until the CM Punk John Cena match in 2011, and then it's just like 5 stars all over the place. Everyone's getting 5 stars now.
Yeah.
There was some turning point around then, and it's probably something to do with New Japan getting a lot better with Okada. But yeah, the number of 5-star matches he gives now is insane. Maybe wrestling's just that much better. Maybe he thinks it makes headlines, or...
Well, don't get the the word is, the attraction of, oh, you know what, this match got a 5-star match from Dave Meltzer. You know, why is that such a big thing?
You know who would agree with you? Dave Meltzer. Dave actually says, like, it doesn't matter. I say this because it's my rating. You don't have to.
That's fair enough. Yeah,
it doesn't actually matter.
But people do seem to think it matters.
Some people, yeah. if you were a wrestler, and he gave you, let's say, he gave you 4.5, that would be kind of frustrating, right? That'd be kind of annoying.
Yeah, I could see. I could
really
see
good. It was really good, and you know it was really good. Why can't you just give me the 5?
From the aspect of being an actual wrestler, you're obviously interested to know what your peers think of what you're doing. I get that side of it.
Well, your peers.
Just the average knobhead on the internet. You know, that's good. You got 5 stars. Oh, it must be good then. You know, it's just.
Yeah, but then that's kind of like a film critic or something.
Mm.
It's kind of.
I mean, it's Tony Khan, but look at Dave Meltzer's ratings.
Yeah, I bet he does. It's just. It's a guideline for what might be good. If they say, I watched Wrestle Kingdom and there were 8 5-star matches on it, it's probably a good sign that it's going to be a good show. Whether you agree that it's 8 5-star matches or you would only give 4, doesn't really matter. It's just like that's a really high quality pro wrestling show. That's fine. Hey, that's fine. But then when you start arguing, well, Kurt Angle never had a 5-star match. He only ever had a 4 3/4. Now yeah, he's never had a 5-star. I think it was the Brock Lesnar match. I think got.
Yeah, like couldn't you just give that one a 5?
Or the Shawn Michaels maybe.
Couldn't you just give that one a 5?
And they'll say, yeah, wait, that's what people say. Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25, I think he gave that 4 3/4. And people say, why the hell could you not give that 5? And he goes, look, I just don't think it changed the business. That's the difference. At that point, it doesn't matter. This is a pointless argument if you're trying to convince Dave that should be an extra 1/4 of a star.
I can't believe that the greatest match that I've ever seen in my life, and
wasn't
a
good
lot
enough.
of people, was not a 5-star match.
No, it's no Manami Toyota. And Johnny Gargano has had 3 or 4 5-star matches.
Tommaso Ciampa?
One of them would have been with Ciampa. One of them was with Adam Cole, I think, or Andrade, maybe. It was around the time that he was.
They're so good a 5-star match that you can't even remember what match it is.
It was because he had so many, and they were basically all in a row as he was winning and defending the NXT title, and they were great matches. Really
I was on Will's side of this argument at the beginning. I didn't think I could be more on Will's side of his argument.
But in my opinion, there's more to what makes a good wrestling show. This is going to sound really silly now, but you know what I mean. There's more to what makes a good wrestling show than wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling's
is why CM Punk and John Cena got a 5 stars. That wasn't the best technical pro wrestling. Actually, far from it. Neither one of those guys should be winning 5 stars based on that. But there was a story to it, so much more behind it than just the in-ring stuff. That kind of was 5-star. I would say TLC was a 5-star because it was crazy.
Yeah.
The first one, that's me. First, second. The first 2 I would give 5.
Yeah.
The third one on SmackDown, maybe not. And then definitely not the 4th one with Kane. That sucked. Because he had Kane on his own.
Okay, but then I remembered what he stands for.
Well, I think that was then the match where Triple H came out and called him a murderer.
Jesus.
Right after he won TLC on his own.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, alright. Okay.
To be honest, it's not just Dave though. I've seen you see more and more now as well. These people who they watch both they watch like Dynamite and Raw, and then they compare how much wrestling was on each show, like how many minutes of wrestling there was during. It's just like, why?
Yeah.
What's the show?
That's interesting when it's like less than 20 minutes of wrestling on a 2-hour show. You don't need it every week.
I mean, I'll get you the link in a second. There's a guy, he literally puts stats and graphs up and breaks down every show.
Yeah.
And it's just...
That person's not seen sunlight for 15 years.
Exactly.
What is this for? I like collecting stats and stuff, but, you know, who gets anything from that? Yeah, I agree.
I mean, apparently this week's Raw, for the first time in God knows how long, apparently, had more wrestling than Dynamite did.
Do you know what? I feel Will's either having a bit of a mental breakdown or he's having like a what bothers Bean session.
I think it's a bit of both.
What worries Will?
What worries Will? I like that.
There we go. There's the guy there. What's the right link? That's this week's Raw breakdown of what
Oh wow! Check out the pie chart.
Exactly.
Oh mate, for someone that does this shit for a living, that is a terrible pie chart.
But look at the detail it's gone into.
Yeah, exactly. You've lost the audience, mate. Come on. Better labels.
I like that he's got matches shown and actual time, because a lot of it was during ad breaks.
I want to know how much money was made on popcorn sales in the middle of the show.
7 minutes and 19 seconds of celebrating.
Jesus Christ, mate.
AEW's 2 hours. Yeah, that's what makes it crazy.
Can we not just sit and enjoy the show? Yeah.
No, if you're not analysing, you're not enjoying.
I mean, I'm starting to think that guy's the Sheldon Cooper of wrestling.
One of them is just the AEW.
Anytime that Rock comes out to do a promo, he has to get a brown paper bag because he's hyperventilating. There's not going to be any wrestling for the next 15 minutes.
The promo pie slice is going to be huge.
The AEW one is 2% for different stuff.
Yeah, different stuff. That's... Which includes wrestlers preparing.
Incredible.
So you get a little shot of someone backstage putting some wrist tape on. That's different stuff.
One thing I've just noticed on that little stat that is kind of crazy. A 3-hour show of Raw.
Yeah.
You actually only get 2 hours and 6 minutes of actual content.
See, you know, you've shown us this graph so we can mock it and this guy unmercifully, which is fine. We should do that. But it does show actually that ads are the big problem. I would have said the ads are a problem, but also the number of like video packages and stuff. Really, it feels like a much bigger section of this pie than it actually is.
I don't mind the video package if there's a point to it.
Yeah, but if you've seen the stuff in a video package, I don't need to see a recap video package.
Yeah.
If I haven't seen the show for a year and then I get the video packages, they're actually quite good.
Well, that's what the danger, I don't think, because you get your casual fans, don't you? Don't watch every week.
It pays to be a casual fan, I guess.
Anyway, rant over.
I just keep having the image of The Rock with the WWF The Music Volume 3 with
his pie
CD
song
looking like a pie.
With his racially insensitive pie song.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, it's really bad. I would love to pull that up actually, but we'd probably get cancelled for it.
Yeah.
If he ever does run for president, that's going to be a problem. All right, so at the end of all this prediction malarkey, it's only the first one, so it doesn't really matter too much. There's a lot to play for. Beans, you're behind on 3 points out of 5, so
surprise.
out 60%. Smoot and Will, you're on 4, but I managed a perfect game thanks to the Bloodline. Never bet against the Bloodline unless it's WrestleMania. And
fair enough.
So,
fair enough.
Unless it's WrestleMania 40, any other time. Good.
Yeah, in fact, I think that was. That's basically the only. Yeah, that's the only time WrestleMania 40. You should also bet against them at WrestleMania 39, but actually, turns out there was some stuff going on backstage. And, have we got another pay-per-view coming up like soon?
Saudi.
King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Double or Nothing, and the Saudi show.
King
of the Ring.
and Queen of the Ring.
That's
King
right.
and Queen of the Ring. Yeah.
And when is Double or Nothing?
The 26th, I think, or 25th. Not sure.
The same weekend. 25th is King and Queen, Monarch of the Ring.
Monarch of the Ring.
Yeah. Meow.
Hi, bud.
May 26th, yeah, okay, so 25th and 26th, we've got a big weekend.
Double pay-per-view weekend.
Double pay-per-view weekend.
Good thing about Monarch of the Ring, as we call it.
There's got to be an M word for ring, right? Saurus.
I don't think so.
Monarch
of the matches?
Monarch of the match.
Like the only thing I can think of.
Since we're talking about it, Smoot, do you want to do your thing there with the? I'll just show you the link.
Let me see here. Hold on.
We did mention it during the week, but we didn't have the full.
Oh yeah, the tournament. Okay, let me get this set up.
So,
hold on.
Should add that we've actually had SmackDown results since this was made.
Okay.
So if we want to fill these in before we carry on.
Gotcha.
Lashley was actually removed with injury.
Right.
Can't remember if she replaced. No, it was only last night. Let me tell you.
Oops, I cut to the wrong thing there.
Sorry. Angelo Dawkins replaced Lashley.
Okay. They're part of the the Pride or whatever they're called. No?
Yeah, the Pride they're called now. Yeah. So who won that match? Let's have a look. Why isn't it giving me any results? What's going on? What the hell's happening?
You need that man's pie chart.
I do. Oh, there we go. No, that's the wrong match. What the hell's going on? There we go, I've got it. Sorry. Tama Tonga defeated Angelo Dawkins. Tonga's gone through.
Okay. So Tonga's down here.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
The next match, they're doing something really weird. These were all scheduled to be on SmackDown. And then they decided to move one match to the live event, which is happening tonight. Okay. So we don't actually... Knight versus... LA Knight versus Escobar is happening tonight at one of the live events.
Okay.
So we don't have a result for that one yet.
Okay.
Next one was Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin returned to SmackDown.
So Corbin won?
He was defeated by Carmelo Hayes.
Okay.
Defeated. As in lost.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Corbin. That's gonna be King Corbin again.
And then the main event was Styles and Orton, as it says there.
Okay.
Which I believe Orton won. Sure, he did. He did.
Okay, so Orton advances here. Huh. Alright.
And over on the other side, as you see, we had the first round matches. Gunther and Sheamus. Gunther beat Sheamus. Good main event on Raw, actually. Kofi and Mysterio is again happening on the live event tonight and tomorrow, I think it is. So we'll get that result again some other time.
Okay.
Dragunov and Ricochet. That Dragunov's a beast. He's a lunatic. He reminds me a little bit of Chris Benoit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know. And then we had
everyone else's eyebrows raised at the same time as
And then we had this was supposed to be a good engineer who Jay replaced McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre couldn't wrestle,
So Jay Uso replaced him and ended up beating Finn Balor. So on Raw this week we've got Dragunov and Jey Uso in the quarterfinal, and Gunther against either Kofi or Ray.
Can't even make a circle here. There we go. Yeah.
And on the other side we've got Orton and Hayes, and LA Knight or Escobar versus Tama Tonga. And so you provisionally put LA in there.
Yeah. So I'll try to predict the rest of these here. I would probably go with Ray over here. I'll probably put which Uso is this? Main event Jey Uso? Because he's a Raw guy now? I would probably go Gunther. Ooh, that's a way too wide. God. Doing this in MS Paint is really...
I was just about to say, there's some good skills going on there.
Thank you. Gunther. And I'll probably go Dragunov here. Can I just put Drag?
Mad Dragon, as he's known.
I'm just gonna put Drag. Let's see. And this Tonga fellow is the new one, right? He's the...
Yeah.
LA Knight's been pretty popular, but they... I don't know if they would have Tonga lose so soon. Especially coming off of a win at Backlash. Man, this is actually kind of tricky, actually.
I'm going through it as well. It's definitely not easy.
I'll go Orton up here.
That's what I'm struggling with.
I would go for Hayes there, Michelle.
I'm wondering if they would give Hayes a big win there. Because Orton has to lose eventually. You'd imagine he's not going to be King of the Ring.
He's never won King of the Ring, has he?
No.
I think maybe Gunther wins the King of the Ring here. Personally.
I think he's going to be the winner,
Is it
Michelle.
for anything, or is it just for a gimmick and a crown?
Just to be the King of the Ring, yeah. Oh, they did actually, it was quite interesting last night on SmackDown, they were talking about it. And he said, Wade Barrett said something on commentary, he said, the tournament's not really being treated very well by management in the past.
Yeah,
but he said it looks like it this time around it's a different story.
I'll go Tonga here. And if they really want to make this interesting, then yeah, I think maybe Tonga gets the win over Orton. Because I'm with you, Chucks, on that. Like, I don't see Orton winning this.
Not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing. He either makes it like this far, and then loses to Gunther, which would be a hell of a pat on the back.
That would be a really cool main event.
Or maybe Tonga goes to, you know what? Let's go Tonga. What's this here? Jeez, that end is really wide. Sorry. And I think Gunther here is your men's King of the Ring. That's a shitty arrow, sorry. There we go.
I don't think you have to say men's King of the Ring.
It says men's tournament beans on the screen.
Yeah.
He's not in the women's tournament.
You never know. If Becky Lynch is in the women's tournament, then
Yeah.
she could be the women's man queen.
Exactly. Do we have one for
Who
the
the
queen?
hell knows these days?
Do we have the queen brackets? Well,
I
okay.
hope that when you get to the women, you're going to say the women's queen in the ring.
Maybe I will.
Emperor of the Enclosure is what I'll call it.
Actually need a Photoshop file because I can't use Paint at the moment. Hold on one sec here.
So, let's get the raw results. I can't remember who won in the women's matches.
Right. So I also have. Mine's very similar to yours, actually. There's not much in it.
What would you differ on?
I have differed. So what is it? King of the Ring predictions. Boom. Sweet that. And now I can link you to copy image link. Boop. There you go. Oh,
There we go.
yeah, you got it before me. So very similar to yours. I think I've got Kofi Kingston winning because he's been hyped up by former King Xavier Woods. I also think it'd be funny just for a little bit for King Kofi Kingston to be a thing.
No,
at least,
stop. Stop.
No, it would be unfortunate. The only other way I could see it maybe going is, you know who Tama Tonga's dad is?
I do not.
King Haku,
Ooh.
who was King Tonga for a while.
Huh.
So that would be kind of funny if there was a second generation King Tonga.
Yeah.
But no, I think they're going to want to go with a big name main event for the Saudi audience. And I really want to see Gunther and Ilya Dragunov in there at some point. I think it has to go there. I think maybe the biggest thing they could do is Gunther and Orton.
So
Orton gets his revenge on Tonga for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would the finals happen at Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to, don't they? Yeah.
Well, I'm just wondering if like any of the
semis as well.
Yeah, like they wrestle on the same show like more than once. Okay.
I think they're doing the quarterfinals on this week coming up. So it would make sense semis through the week after and then the finals when the show is.
Okay. Here's the women's bracket.
Oh, so we've got the women's one.
To update on the women's matches, we do have some results again on this one.
Why is Mitchin and Stratton just look like they're showing us their armpits on that graphic?
They are.
What are you trying to say, then, Beans?
I don't know, it just looked weird when I just glanced over and saw it, and I thought, I think it's because it's each side as well. It looks
Each one's showing a different.
So over on the Raw side, we've got one of the matches again is happening on live events, Baszler and Selena Vega. So we don't know the result of that one yet. Io Sky and Natalia, Io Sky won.
Sorry, hold on, move.
Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria, I don't say that name. Valkyria won.
Okay.
And then Ivy Nile and Zoe Stark won.
Okay.
So then on SmackDown last night we had Naomi and Nia Jax, which I'm just trying to get the results up now. I believe it was. Nia Jax won. Nia won.
Okay.
Jade Cargill and Piper Niven.
Jade, obviously.
Yeah, Jade won. Sorry. Ishin and Tiffany is on the live events tonight. And Bianca and... Oh no, I've got that wrong. No, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm right, yeah. Bianca and Candice, Bianca won.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see where this is going.
Yeah. You and me both. I'm just gonna put Belair. Alrighty. So let's see here. So the Shayna Baszler Selena Vega hasn't happened yet, right? That's what's probably gonna be happening this Monday. Or no, at the live event you said, right?
Tonight or tomorrow, yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna put Baz here. Okay. I don't know anything about this Valkyria person. Are they new? Are they from NXT?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, she's from NXT. She got drafted last week. She's Irish.
She's Irish, okay. I think they'll probably go with Stark, who's also an NXT call-up. Excuse me. Stark. Okay, Chucks is locked in.
I'm locked in.
Io Sky. Jeez Louise. I'll go with Shayna Baszler here. At that point.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Queen of Spades, Queen of the Ring. See where I'm kind of going here a little bit?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then over here, Jade. They're gonna big this up as like, you know, modern day Andre Hogan. But it's gonna be
She's already
Jade.
gone through Piper Niven. She's
I guess.
tough route through the brackets.
I'll go Jade here, and then we have Belair.
You haven't got Michin and Tiffy.
Who cares? Stratton, Tiffy, whatever.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
No offense, but like, you're burying the lead here of the big three.
Interestingly enough, you've both gone for Jade and Belair in the quarters. Semis, rather.
Exactly, yeah. That's exactly where we, yeah.
Interesting little point on spot, because they're actually now the tag champions, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
And when Jade won her match, or it might be the way around, I can't remember, but when Jade won her match, and she was walking out, Bianca started making her entrance, and they had a little bit of a stare down. But it was done in like a friendly way, because obviously the champions aren't they together.
Yeah.
So it looks like that's the way they're going. But probably then two are facing off at some point.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be that way.
If this is what's gonna happen here, I don't know who to pick. I think they would probably go tried and true with Belair. This has to be the most intense handwriting, I think. We're done. And then... Man, I kind of... Oh, I don't know. Because, like, they're trying to make Jade into, like, a big deal here. So I could easily see, like, either one... I feel like if you got this far in the brackets, you're already a winner. But... I really do think it's going to be Shayna Baszler, and I don't think they want to... Here's the thing, because, like, I could see Shayna, like, making one of these two submit. They're still kind of in the process with Jade here a little bit, and I don't think she's at the part where Jade can eat, like, a submission loss, if you know what I'm saying, you know, like...
I don't think Jade can afford a loss at this stage.
Well, it's against her bestie, her fellow baddie.
Could you do a screwy loss like Bianca throws in the towel for Jade or something? It would be horrible, but you could do it.
But here's the thing: why would you do that under the Triple H regime? That's like a Vince McMahon idea.
They will. If you look at my predictions, I don't think they will do that. But you could do that if you don't want Jade losing, but you have to have Jade lose.
I think that
You're
Tiffany
really
Stratton's
going for Shayna.
gonna beat Belair.
I think Baszler is going to be the Queen of the Ring. The women's Queen of the Ring, Beans. Yeah, I'll go with that, actually.
I think Jade's gonna win the women's.
Yeah, me too.
Here's what Chuck's put up. You know, minimize the telestrator here. Hold on. There you go. There you go.
So we've gone very different on a lot of that, especially on the Raw side.
I don't see. I'm sorry. Like the Damage Control are just losers now. I'm sorry. Ever since Bayley split from them.
Yeah, they have been, but I think they're still. Io's still really good, and they've been losing a lot. That doesn't mean they have to keep losing. I think Io's probably about as good as you've got there on that side for that final with Jade. You're going to want someone who can carry her through, and that's as good a match as it can be. I don't see anything in Shayna.
What if Nia just squashes Jade like nothing? We're just like completely wrong, and Nia's like the Queen of the Ring. I don't know. Yeah, I could see Jade being the Queen, but like, I don't know, like, I think they're too invested in Bianca. I feel.
Is the Nia Jackson Naomi match already out?
Yeah. Will said that, I believe. On the
yeah, it was on SmackDown.
Nia's already won.
Yeah, both of those first rounders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beans, who do you have winning here?
I think Jade's probably going to win the tournament outright, but
just outright. Fuck all the matches. She's just bam, self-proclaimed.
She's winning them all.
I think that Tiffany Stratton's going to beat Belair. And then Jade and Stratton will be the match to go into the finals.
Well, that's one way to avoid that whole Big Three implosion. Just have Tiffany Stratton interrupt it. I guess.
I just think that they got a lot of investment in Stratton. I think they want her to go far rather than Bianca.
It's Tiffy time, but not quite Tiffy time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not as invested in Tiffany Stratton as they are in Jade. Sure.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, well, that's why Jade's gonna win. I'm on about Belair.
Let me real quick. Let me bring up the telestrator because I gotta screen cap the full screen and then post that on the Twitter when I get done here. Hold on. It's gonna look a little bit wonky here, I think.
Yeah, I can't see anything other than a big Jade win.
Yeah.
And they have to do the Jade Bianca match because why wouldn't you? That's the only one with any kind of interest.
Too soon.
Well, too soon to make it like a big thing, but this could be the start of something, or I don't know, a little something for down the line. They do love. It's a new regime, I guess, but they have always historically loved putting the tag champions against each other in various tournaments.
It's a new era, don't you know?
It is a new era, so who knows?
Just mention.
Should we get into the thumbs up, thumbs down? Okay.
Why the hell not?
All right. Let me get to the music because we've been going for an hour and a half.
Seen anything this week?
I
don't know where to put my thumbs.
Don't know where to put your thumbs.
I don't know where to put my thumbs.
Okay.
I've got one straight away. I actually watched Dynamite last night. Well, a bit of it anyway.
How'd you like it?
Alright.
That's how I feel most weeks. Yeah.
One thing I am going to give a thumbs up to, which I think probably the only thing they've got over WWE right now, is this is really like a real nerdy point, but I'm going to say it anyway. The quality of the AEW announce table.
Oh God, no! Fuck.
That's a well-built table they've got there.
It is. If you look at that compared to WWE's shoddy effort,
Yeah.
the same thing they've had for about 20 years now.
Those Spanish announcers, they're so safe behind that table.
The AEW one looks modern. It looks like it could stand a good thump. I thought it looked like it.
As all wrestling tables should not be able to do.
I'm gonna counter you here.
Who went through it? Look on Dynamite. I can't remember who got
Swerve.
through it.
Swerve Strickland.
That's right, you did.
Yeah. Swerve, yeah.
And then, like, not even a full segment later, it was already rebuilt.
That's how strong it is. It can reform
Yeah.
even when it is taken down. It'll just pop right back up.
WWE one does that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, these days, yeah. That's because Cole hates the rubble, from what I remember. Yeah, so here it is.
Look at that. That's a
So
beast
the
of a
illustrator
table.
there, sorry. Sorry about that.
That's not an IKEA table right there.
No.
That's custom built.
Exactly.
So you have that, and then
Beautiful.
Do you know
like
what?
they
It's
went
been that long
backstage.
since I've watched AEW. The last time I saw the announce table, it was up near the ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long's it been at ringside?
Oh, quite a
They
while
move it
now.
around. It seems to like jump from place to place. You can see the table there. It's just like in a few different slabs. It looks like a,
Yeah.
like a toy.
I'm not actually sure that's a
collapsible
table, you know,
action
more-
table.
It's just
More
hard
like
plastic.
Lego bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just slots together.
If you look at a picture of the WWE announce table, that one, I seen a picture of it recently, a close-up one, and it's got all the
The dings and like it's all scratched
Yeah.
up and shit. Yeah.
it's all scratched.
It's
It's got
still there from that old book.
shit all over it, and
Yeah.
it looks terrible.
And
that
then,
that looks like a decent, quality table.
In the match
Well,
between
give
Jay White.
give AEW another few years and see whether that big slab of a table is still in the same condition.
Yeah, in the match
It will
of,
be because it's solid. That thing doesn't scratch. It just
Yeah, I ain't moving, no.
yeah, it does not move at all. You look at that Raw one. If that's one table, I don't know if they've got like 5 different ones of those tables, or if that's just the same one they've had for
Must have
20
a few
years
of them.
now. If it's that same one, how many times has Randy Orton specifically gone through that same table? It's got to be dozens at this point.
Yeah. And then, yeah, as you saw right there, it was rebuilt during the Jay White Rocky Romero match. Right as
He's
the
got his own ass cheek on it.
yeah.
Ass groove, like Homer
I got
Simpson
look.
with the sofa.
Look at this.
I've gone
This
through this
image.
table so many times, I can land perfectly in my spot.
Yeah. Spent more time on that table than his own bed, probably.
Here's the Raw one, just for comparison. Look at all the dinks and marks all over the front of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, little dent
They've
there.
had to paint it
That's
up
just-
a little bit as well too, because of the because it was just like chipped off wood and shit.
Is
Corey's
Corey actually
face.
there, or is he
Corey's
just
so
been
smug.
photoshopped into that picture?
Anyway,
Jimmy Smith, remember him?
yeah, I remember him. They should bring him back.
Anyway. No, they shouldn't.
Okay. Yeah, so that'd probably be a thumbs down for me. AEW rebuilding. Oh my god, I can't spell. Building announce table. ASAP. Let me pull up the. There we go. That's a thumbs down. Well, what else do you have? Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just not. I'm looking for a picture of the Raw announce table, and in I know I found one now, but in the search results, I've just found this. I don't know when this is from. Just an odd picture.
Just an odd picture. Okay. Oh! That was throwback night. That was a throwback night with Vince and what's his name? Jesse Ventura. Thank you. I couldn't think of his name. There you go. And you can see how dinged up the table is back then as well.
Even then, yeah, scuffed up.
It's like over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
A while ago, it's got WWE HD on top.
That's right. Yeah.
I think they need, when they go to Netflix, they need a new table.
Yeah.
Got Netflix
It'll
provide
have the Netflix logo on it.
Well, it will, yeah. Little ends everywhere.
Can I just point out that we spent a long time degrading someone for sitting in the basement and producing pie charts on how much time there is, and you've been Googling announce tables.
Means has a point.
Yeah, I'm not at your point, but yeah.
It's not as bad. That pie chart took a long time to put together. And it does every week.
Yeah, because he had to go back and okay, here's where this starts, here's where this stops.
With his stopwatch, making sure it all adds up to exactly 3 hours.
Right.
If it turns out Will has a folder of screenshots of the Raw announce table every week, then maybe.
What about with his white dot on Raw?
Yeah, that was the thing.
Okay.
You know that he had a catalogue.
Yeah, the evidence is building up.
I haven't got photos of the table moment, but I will begin one as of this week.
God. Do you have another thumbs up? Or do you have a thumbs down besides Jeff Jarrett?
There's thumbs up, thumbs down.
We could pass it off to. Oh, go ahead.
Thumbs down was what do you call it? The books. That bit at the end of Dynamite. It just didn't work for me at all. I don't.
Okay. The Bucks as
Thumbs down
heels.
the books in general.
All right. You got it. No, I'm not a big fan of them, and yeah, the whole hey, it's Team AEW versus the NWO. Yeah, I don't know. It just it's not clicking for me either. I'm with you on that.
I'll have another thumbs up if anyone else is going to steal it. I'm going to mention the fans in Lyon.
I'll steal that from you because I don't really have a whole lot.
Go on, you can have that one.
I love that. I haven't even seen the show, but I trust you that they were really good. I was also going to say there was news this week that Jerry Lawler has been released, or at least his contract's expired and it's not been renewed. So I guess it's kind of a thumbs up, not because I have anything against King necessarily, but it shows that the company's moving on. Like, there's so many legends that have been around forever that don't really contribute. You know, it feels like they're stuck in the past, and now it's you know what? Bring him back once or twice for a throwback if we need to.
When Endeavour first took over, if you like, a lot of them.
God damn it! Not everything's a new era. So calling it a new era. That was my thumbs down a few weeks ago. Everything's a new era.
When Endeavour first took over, a lot of people said when they took over UFC, one of the first things they did was get rid of a lot of the legends that were involved with UFC.
Yeah.
And a few people said they're probably going to do the same with WWE, and it looks like that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Which, it's not a bad thing, really, is it? You can only take care of someone for so long, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a charity, it's a business. Well, they get money off. Yeah, go on.
Hey?
What did you say?
You're really
No, I'm just saying he's still on a Legends deal. He's still got a Legends contract.
No, that's apparently what's expired. Apparently, is Legends deal.
I thought it was the one where he was doing the kickoff panel stuff.
Nah, he hasn't done that for a while since he had a stroke. But
they would just always have the same legends. It's the ones who are producers, really, isn't it? But whenever they would do one of these throwback shows or a big celebration show, let's bring out some of the legends, and it's just Sarge and Jim Duggan again, and King would be on commentary, and it's the same handful every time. Oh, Shawn Michaels is here, and Road Dogg. Imagine that. Just they work backstage. Of course they're there. It's not a big deal.
Getting worked up over that.
Why do you think they keep doing DX reunions? Because they all just work there. It's not that hard to fly out X-Pac.
Speaking of people who work backstage, did you know? I forgot his name. I'm just thinking. P.T. Williams. You know, he's a producer.
Yeah, little P.T. Bum.
I didn't know he was working with them. Someone pointed out on Twitter because someone did a Canadian Destroyer on Raw a few weeks ago, and Pat McAfee shouted "Holy Pete," and no one really knew what he was talking about. And I think later on P.T. Williams was seen in some sort of like brawl thing. And I'm like, oh, that's a little reference.
I got a thumbs up for the week. Soraya on Dynamite pointing out fans that are, in her words, creepy. Yeah, they came back from one of the side-by-side breaks here, and she goes over to him, and she's like, hey, get a camera over here. These guys over here, they're creeps. Watch out, women. They're gonna attack you.
They're gonna attack you.
Well, I'm presuming she's heel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never know. So maybe she saw something that they were doing, something inappropriate during the show, and they're just like, hey, you know what? Get a load of these creeps here.
These weren't the same guys from the Sky Blue thing, right?
I was just going to say, this is a bit weird considering where I'm with Sky Blue.
Maybe. I don't know.
I thought there's a Ring of Honor taping, but I don't know if they do that at the same arena.
Possibly.
I think they do.
Yeah.
If it was Ring of Honor, I definitely didn't catch it.
Yeah. Apparently someone had said some stuff there, and pretty much everyone just went, that's a bit much. We don't need to do that.
Maybe that's why Soraya said that they're creeps. They're going to attack women.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently it was like mold and just like some stuff. It was like really like
it was too much. It was definitely there's crossing the line and there's crossing the line.
Yes.
And then my thumbs down. Get ready for this one. This kind of story broke a little bit last week. The Rock not willing to use the bathroom publicly. And Beans knows exactly where I'm going with this here.
Yeah, I saw this. This
isn't a fan of. Actually, just doesn't use bathrooms. Doesn't use public bathrooms.
So he turns up apparently to movie sets 8 to 9 hours late.
Yeah.
And to
he won't
save
use
time,
public toilets, basically.
He doesn't like to use the toilet, so he pees into a water bottle on set.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't go that far. But I'm kind of with him on the public toilet situation. I don't like public toilets.
Yeah, no one likes using public toilets, but like it's a necessity sometimes. You've got to use one.
I'm not gonna.
That's what they're there for.
I don't want to play it on. I mean, I'll play this, but somebody found a piece of footage here. I'll play the audio, but I'm not going to play the visual because I don't know if Twitch is like weird about it.
Is it the Brock saying "fuck him"?
No, here.
Shirts, shoes, hoodies, sweats, whatever it is. I train in it daily. I go hardcore in it, and I make sure that it's perfect by the time it gets in your hands. From this never full shirt to, I want to show you a brand new colorway for the Rock Delta training shoes. This is called Desert Sand. It's a badass color, never seen before on the market in a training shoe. And I just realized you just saw my big bottle of pee. Look, I go hardcore when I train. I don't have time to go to the bathroom. I find a bottle, I pee in it, and I keep training like a beast. This November, USDNA, get ready.
I weren't looking at the screen when that happened. But did you really see a bottle of piss?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's specifically Voss water bottles, which is like a premium high end.
Voss water
Yeah.
bottle.
Of course it is.
He
Here,
did design
here.
a piss bottle.
Here, I'll mute this here.
He didn't have to post that. He could have done another take.
Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Why did he even feel the need to address it as pee? It could have been anything.
Because it's in a Voss bottle. It should be clear.
Someone would have asked
Yeah,
him.
but you could have put like an additive in the water or something if he was drinking.
Well, I'm sure he puts a lot of additives in a lot of things he does.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry. What did he call them? Trainers? Desert sand or something?
Yeah. Keep in mind, by the way, that video
that's
is just for clarity. That video is from 2017, so he's been doing this a lot.
Apparently, there was something about him having a big bust up with Ryan Reynolds on the set of
Red
Notice about it.
Red One, a Christmas movie where the budget has inflated to $250 million because of all the.
Oh, that's the new one.
The lateness of him and. Yeah.
Oh, they're working together again.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not Ryan Reynolds on the new one, is it?
Oh.
I thought it was. Wait a minute.
No, it's
Oh.
I was trying to think.
Who's it going to be?
He's thinking music on Smooth.
Yeah. Sorry. Hold on. I got you. Beats.
Red
Hold
one.
on.
Okay, so Red One. Chris Evans.
Yes, Chris Evans.
Okay.
Hey.
I didn't see anything about him. He just looked happy in the picture on set with him. But yeah, apparently
shoes,
Ryan Reynolds, when they did Red Notice on the Netflix film, he was constantly late for showings, and they had to reschedule things around him because he didn't show up.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Them shoes though, what's it called them? Desert sand? That's not desert sand, that's just dirty.
Not as dirty as peeing in a water bottle.
He goes hard.
Yeah, you heard him. He's a beast.
Can you imagine if you walked into a gym and saw him pissing into a bottle?
He doesn't use public bathrooms. I don't know why, but it's disgusting.
How big is a Voss water bottle? Because that's a decent amount of piss in there.
That's a good question.
It's about a litre, isn't it?
Is it a litre? I don't say 500
Who says
mil.
Who says that is one piss?
True, I guess. Yeah.
27.1 fluid ounces.
What's that in milliliters? 27.1 flaws in mole.
That seems like they're
800. For some reason, it's an 800 mil water bottle.
And that's
Weird
like
size.
And that's like he
That's
filled
more
that.
than half full.
Yeah. There you go. You can kind of sort of see it there. Yeah.
Good 2/3 full.
Yeah.
There's a pint of piss he's got in there.
And the other thing is like he would let like production assistants or whatever like handle his peed in water bottles. I've heard.
Yeah.
He's busy. He's too busy. He's got to piss in a bottle and then pass it on. This is the life of a film star. He's got no time to go to a toilet and piss in a toilet. It has to be in a bottle, has to be right now, and you have to deal with it.
I find it really disturbing that for someone that spent a large amount of their career on the road every day has a problem with public bathrooms.
Yeah.
To be fair
Yeah,
to
it's
him,
like
though,
you fly home every time.
he's very healthy. That's quite a clear piss.
It's a relatively clear piss. Not bad. Hydrated. He's drank all of that Voss water. He wakes up early, clanging and banging, and then he's on the film set, pissing and dismissing.
No, he's not. He doesn't show up on time.
Yeah.
No.
It's because he's busy. What does he do in the meantime? What does he do between gym and being late for work?
Yeah, I mean, for someone that's a massive work guy,
Sorry,
What's he doing?
There.
What's he doing? We need a
What
pie chart.
makes me
of how
laugh
Dwayne
is the
Johnson
time
spends
frame.
his
He said that he was 7 to 8 hours late
Yeah.
for filming. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's left of the day?
I mean, one thing that kind of struck out to me is like, you know, there's the news about the Rock letting like PAs handle, you know, his peed in water bottles. I can't believe that's a thing I have to say about. But what does he do about, like, you know, if he has to take a shit? Rock, what do you have to say about that?
Clear my ass. How did that feel? Did that feel good? What, just because the show's over, that doesn't mean that the shit stops.
Okay, all right. All right.
Oh God, that's.
You heard him.
It's never going to get better than that.
Yeah.
You can retire that clip now. If you need to take a shit, what do you do? Clear my ass. The shit doesn't stop. Perfect.
Thank you. Do you have a thumbs down, Chucks?
Kind of guy. Oh God.
How can it not be The Rock peeing in water bottles?
Because I'm with him.
Fuck that!
Oh, God.
That's why I can't go so hard in the gym, because I need to pee in toilets. It's the kind of guy I am. Take care of business.
It's not very alpha to pee in the toilet.
Sanitary. No, it's not.
Wow.
Beyond alpha. It's Sigma male. It's a Sigma grind set right there. I need to pee in the appropriate place. Won't take no for an answer. How about a thumbs down for Ric Flair? I don't know why he got kicked out of a restaurant.
All right. I was
yeah,
thinking, what the hell? What's he done?
I don't really know. I think I've got half of this story. I've seen a video of him acting like a prick in like a bar, and someone saying, "Okay, you've had too much now. I'm not going to serve you anymore." And he just like big leagued this, saying, "I'm going to tip this other waiter, this other barman, $1,000 just because you're an asshole.
I don't have.
Tell him not to give you any."
The best bit of really asked him his name.
Yeah.
What's your name? Nicholas Dickhead.
That was a good one.
There was also a story about how he suffered a heart attack in his final match, apparently.
Yeah,
I'd seen the. Yeah, I read something about that. And it was
Yeah, that's
just
crazy.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, everyone recommended against him doing it.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprised he had a heart attack. Yeah, so I'm sure there's more to it than that, but I don't get it.
But at a glance, you're gonna side with the waiter.
I feel like it's a safe bet that the guy cutting Ric Flair off for drinking too much is probably, yeah, I can believe it. He does also say that he puts this place over.
Jesus.
That's the way he says he gives good reviews.
Yeah, he does.
I put this place over. Yeah, I like that.
Beans,
Yes.
what do you have for thumbs up, thumbs down?
For thumbs down, I have Dave Meltzer.
Any specific reason why, or?
For thinking that pay-per-views
Just in
are
general.
relevant in 2024. And for thumbs up, I'm going to give it to Will's rant on Dave Meltzer.
I've got another thumbs up as mentioned actually.
Sure.
I just showed it in my Twitter bookmark. You can throw this one up. So last night on SmackDown, this is just a little funny thing I thought was kind of interesting to note. You know, they've done this, they do it quite a lot now where they have sponsored matches. So they did normally at the pay-per-views, but they have like, this match is sponsored by whatever.
Yeah.
And the logo's all over the place. Yeah. So, you know obviously the streaming service Max, I think it's owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
HBO Max.
Sorry.
Yeah.
HBO Max. I'm just trying to find
Warner
the
Brothers Discovery. Yeah.
Kind of waffling for a minute. There we go. I've got it. So yeah. So I just thought it was kind of funny that Warner Brothers chose to advertise on SmackDown rather than the show that they actually run or own or have something to do with.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Yeah, I get it.
But, you know, the show that people actually watch rather than the other one.
Yeah.
So, Carmelo Hayes vs. Baron Corbin is presented by the Iron Claw. The Iron Claw, which has MJF in it.
Yes.
So, does that count as MJF appearing on WWE? So a couple of you guys made a prediction that he would be making the jump. Is what?
Has there been any update on him? Because
supposedly the latest was hold on one second. Go ahead. I'll finish that thought in a moment.
I don't remember any big news about him.
No, yeah, didn't he have surgery or something? And he
yeah, that's what it was. It was his recovery from surgery wasn't progressing as well as AEW had hoped, supposedly. Let's see if I can find. Oh, sorry, cat's at the door. Hi, Jagger. Let me see if I can find Jason's tweet here on it. He basically is, yeah, his recovery isn't as well as it has been expected or anything like that. I kind of take it
like there's any chance he's actually going to go to WWE.
Yeah, I kind of take it as he might show up at Double or Nothing as a surprise. Yeah, hearing through the grapevine that it will be a while yet before we see MJF back in the ring. Physical therapy was not a success, and he had to go under the knife. Not sure of any timetable, but that's obviously a blow to AEW. His presence has been missed. Yeah, I'm taking that as he's going to show up at Double or Nothing, in my opinion.
Also sucks is apparently his scene was cut from the film.
Why?
God. I don't know. He's playing Lance Von Erich. That's got to be a big part. But
now you mentioned that, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember that being there.
He'll be in the DVD extras.
Maybe.
One quick thing.
Has anyone watched the film?
No, not yet.
No, but I've heard it's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard it's good, but yeah, I've not watched it.
I've heard a couple of people who I know through work who don't actually watch wrestling, and they've seen it and they said it's really good.
I just find it really horrific that for a tale of the Von Erichs that they had to forget about one of the brothers that committed suicide. I mean, how, you know, like normally when you watch a film and it normally says, this is based on a true story, or this is a true story, and it's like, there's always something a little bit embellished. You don't normally watch one where they're like, wait, we're actually told this now.
This is too bad, we need to cut some
this is just too horrific and too tragic. It's just, absolute madness. Yeah.
What are you sending me here? Oh.
It's just a little article about MJF scenes being cut. He says that
the film.
He did play one of the brothers, but his scenes didn't really fit with the story. Basically, they were kind of unnecessary.
Fair enough.
And he gets it. He says, me and Sean both completely understood that, listen, I want this film to succeed, and the film needed to be about the brothers. So,
fair enough. He gets it, yeah.
He gets it. He's professional.
Anything else?
I don't know if you can throw the link I've just put up there, but seen a picture of Seth Rollins from the other day.
Oh, at the Derby.
Apparently he's now selling monorails.
This is at the Kentucky Derby last week.
That is brilliant.
Monorail. People are speculating if he's actually bald now. Oh, he shaved his head.
Put Ogden Villa and North Haverbrook on the map.
It's British bean.
Also, Becky is Lady Gaga now.
Yeah.
Apparently so, yeah.
Anyway. Anything else?
No. Not for me, anyway.
No, I think that's it.
Alrighty. Beans. Will you be here next week?
I hope so.
Alright. We got Beans as a maybe.
Apparently a fan jumped the ring on Collision.
Really? Huh.
Why?
Well, they're in Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, just seeing a link to it now. There you go.
Take a look here. What a dummy.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, they're after me!
Yeah.
That didn't last long, did it?
Who's that? Is that Danny
This
Garcia?
Part of the fan experience.
Yeah.
I think it might be.
Yeah. Fan hits the ring.
You wonder what they're expecting to happen when they do that, don't they?
Oh yeah, like I mean, the fan got like nowhere. He gets up and then he stumbles, and then like
He stumbled, yeah.
one of the bald refs and security guards knocks him over. Yeah.
It's not the most graceful entrance.
Yeah, I think you show this here real quick. Hold on. Yeah.
Always gives me flashbacks to RVD and Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie
Guerrero just decided to fucking.
Okay,
All of a sudden, I can get off this ladder quite quickly and easily and land on my feet and pound the shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
I've got a few seconds. I'm going to use them. What were the matches we're still waiting for on the live shows?
I'm just going to mention that actually. The
LA Knight.
LA Knight, he won, yeah.
All right. Bracket's still alive.
Yes.
Still alive. We'll be back next week with. Bring the music back. Where'd it go? There we are. We'll be back next week with just a regular show, I think. We still got Double or Nothing. What is that? It is May 26th. And King and Queen of the Ring.
Day after, 2 weeks.
Yep.
25th. Wow. So that's going to be a loaded weekend. Okay. Alrighty, well, we'll be back next week for Mother's Day weekend. And we will be here, unless we're not. And we hope you'll join us, like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Good night. Enjoy the weekend.
Au revoir!
Au revoir!